This sneak peek is pretty cool. A lot goes into it. So much went into it, in fact. I suggested a shot-by-shot review. You guys agreed, and now we're here. The way this shot-by-shot review will be done is instead of playing it and pausing it, I just selected the important frames, in my opinion. And I think I pretty much grabbed the best of the bunch for us to discuss. And it's funny because a lot goes into the sneak peek, but they really don't move from their places. So it's really interesting the way ABC has done this. And speaking of ABC, Once Upon a Time has been renewed for a 6th season, which is really awesome because that means we get to keep doing this for another year. So excited to keep talking with you guys and making more Once Upon a Time based videos. Also, hope you all like the Once Upon a Time shirt. I was going to surprise you all on Sunday, but I figured with this long video, it's worth it. So let's dive right into the shot by shot. Oh, also before I forget, at the end of the shot-by-shot review, I'm going to make a quick announcement in regards to Captain Hook. It's a spoiler, so if you don't want to be spoiled, click the back button. Just click the back button. It's up above you somewhere, so to click that. All right, so let's dive right into it. So the first shot we have here is Granny's Diner, and Granny's Diner in the underworld looks the same, more or less, but you know, with that muted, not sepia, but with that muted red tone, it's pretty evil, though. I love the fact that you still have your coffee cups and you have your patrons in the background right there. So it's pretty funny looking in that regard. But I think for an evil hangout, this is where you would go to hang out for your local evil gatherings and meetings. So I like that. So the next shot I have is Mary Margaret coming in, and she will see the Blind Witch for the first time. Mary Margaret, she's by herself here. We see some other patrons in the background. I'm wondering who is the African-American man. I believe he's African-American behind her on her left, and it looks like there's another one on her right, and then there's also a girl as well. And I'm curious who those 3 people are, if they have any significance, or they could just be extras. But I'm really curious as to their role there, unless, like I said, they're extra. But either way, she meets the Blind Witch for the first time. I think. I don't remember her ever interacting with the Blind Witch before, because I remember Regina killed her. So she meets her, and she's kind of in shock by the Blind Witch because it's the Blind Witch and she's pretty creepy looking. So I like this frame a lot just because you just get to see the whole breadth of Granny's Diner with Mary Margaret. So our next frame we have is our first shot of the Blind Witch, and she is really cool. Now, I don't have a frame of her eyes smelling Snow White because A, I think it's creepy, and we kind of know how it looks like. But she's talking here to Snow White, and she's like, "Oh, you're Snow White," and Snow White's kind of like, "How do you know who I am? Like, how do you have my scent?" It's creepy. Like, that's really all I think Snow could say about that is that's just downright creepy. But I love the way that Mary Margaret and the Blind Witch interact, because when Mary Margaret is in shock, Jennifer Goodwin is perfectly acting, because the Blind Witch says some creepy things, and then when Mary Margaret is trying to find Killian, and the Blind Witch goes, "Oh no, but I know of him because you described..." No, excuse me. The Blind Witch goes, "No, but you described him so perfectly." I thought that was pretty funny too. So the actress of the Blind Witch is fantastic, and I love the fact that the Blind Witch is going to be around for a few more episodes, so I can't wait to see what else she has in store. I'm assuming her unfinished business is with Regina, but either way, the interaction between the Blind Witch and Mary Margaret here was great. For background things, I don't see anything too significant for the Blind Witch. I just see Granny's cups. I see cups in Granny's storage, I guess, and maybe a coffee mug or something, or a coffee maker, but I don't see anything too significant behind her. But I just love the interaction they had. So the next frame we have, well, Prince James kisses Mary Margaret. And in the frame we have that I picked, Mary Margaret is kind of like, "Why are you being so aggressive right now?" Because this is James going after David's wife. And I think that Josh's acting here, it works. I said in my initial reaction to it that I don't really like Josh Dallas as an actor, and I'm going to stick to that. But I think him being evil is an interesting way to go with the character, at least with him getting to expand his acting resume. I mean, he's been doing Once Upon a Time for a long time now. But either way, I really do like this quick interaction, because in the next frame we see her being in complete shock of the fact that she recognizes who who it is. Also, I thought it would have been kind of cool, like when Robin kissed Regina, who was really Zelina Glamour. He knew that was her right away from her kiss. I thought that would have been nice if Mary Margaret could have recognized David from James, but I guess not. But either way, I think Mary Margaret's reaction to James is perfect, and then James's maniacal dialogue to her was great as well. And then in our next shot, we have sorry guys. In our next frame, we pretty much have David come in, and David is kind of wondering like what happened with James. She didn't say that James kissed me because I feel that he would go after James right there, and that would just be bad. But either way, James is after David, and David is in shock by this. And I think when David gets to be heroic, it's when he's at his best, but it's when I think Josh struggles with the acting, because Charming is such a heroic character that playing someone who's so good, but who also in this show has a lot of baggage, it's difficult for him to pull off properly. But I also don't think Josh is a good actor, which I've said twice now, so no offense to Josh, but just not a fan. Either way, I do like the shot of him looking at James from the back, because he's clearly going to have some interaction with him. Now, the next frame is one of my favorites, is we have Emma come in because Emma is looking for Hook, and we all know that. And I think that her concern from Jennifer is fantastic. She really is wondering what's going on. She can't find him, and I think it looks great. And I just wish that we got to see a little more from the backgrounds or whatnot, but maybe a little bit of the outside street, but we'll see that in the episode. But she just is like, really, another dead end is happening. So our next frame that we go to is with Robert Carlyle, and he is his acting ability is just so great, because he's pretty much over dealing with the heroes, and it makes sense. Why does he want to be on their side? He's the all-powerful Dark One right now. Why does he need to join them? He really doesn't. And I just like how he comes in and he's like, damn, I am still stuck with these guys again. And then in the next shot, we have our family where they're looking at him because Gold is saying, well, we'll see what he says in the next frame. In the next frame, he pretty much says, I know of a way, I'm done with this teamwork thing, and I'm going to go somewhere to get something important, which is probably something he's going to go to his shop to get, and he's going to talk to Peter Pan for the first time, which I think a lot of us are looking forward to seeing him interact with Robbie Kay again. It's funny that it's Robbie Kay and Robert Carlyle playing father and son, but it's reversed, which is also reversed. There we go. All right, so either way, that's pretty much the breakdown of this, because then Rumpelstiltskin walks out. And then the last frame I have is just the frame from the, will most likely be the opening where ABC will do that song that plays. I love how Regina looks, love how Rumpel looks, and I like that they put Emma back in her savior clothes, because obviously she's not the Dark Swan anymore. I think the sneak peek was awesome. I loved it so much. I hope you guys loved it too. I think Jennifer Goodwin's acting was fantastic here. Robert Carlyle was great, and Jennifer Morrison is also doing a great job as well. I just felt that so much went down that this needed just a few minutes more of a discussion than just my normal reaction to it. So clearly, you guys, let's talk more about this in the comments below. Share your thoughts about it. And thank you for suggesting this breakdown review of the sneak peek. I'm really looking forward to seeing what will be happening on Sunday. Hope maybe we'll get one more sneak peek, but I feel 3 might be overkill. Also, like shirt. Oh, and last thing to quickly discuss is there is a picture of Hook. So click your back buttons now if you don't want to see it. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, Hook. He looks like he's been tortured and beaten and battered, and I really wonder, is this Hades doing? Is this other villains in the underworld's doing? I just feel really, really bad for him, and I'm really curious, A, how this happened, and B, where is he in the underworld? I don't really want to get too much into this picture and speculate, because we're going to be seeing it soon enough, but I did want to at least share it with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed the shot by shot. The episode is coming on Sunday. We'll be talking then. Make sure to send your reviews in so we can I can read them with Joe. And I hope you like this picture. And season 6 is coming, so we get to do this for another whole year. So thank you guys all again, and I'll talk to you all very soon. See ya.